Hello and welcome to this short demonstration of MoveIN, QS's software solution for streamlining student applications and admission processes. My name's Ian Lines and I'm the Head of Business for MoveIN. In the demonstration I'm going to show you three things. First of all, the applicant view. This is the portal, the place where the applicant will spend their time during the whole journey from beginning their interest in your programs through to enrollment. Then I'm going to show you what your staff will see, the back office view, and how they can track applications, process them, score them, and move them through the journey. And then finally, I'm going to show you the admin view, or the super user view. This is where the system is set up for you by our team, but also where you can then make changes and adapt the solution around your needs. So first, the applicant view. This is just an example of a fake school called Top School, and this is the Applicant Portal registration page. And this is, obviously you would change the logo and the background image and the fields as you see fit for what you need in order to register. So in this case, email address, password, names, and the GDPR registration to say that I'm happy to receive further information from my school. Once I've completed that, I'm taken to a information page, and the information page again will be edited in the back office so that it shows the information to the student to help them understand the process, or perhaps some finer details about your programs, deadlines, etc. The most important area of the information page is the go to button to start an application. But before I show you that, I just want to show you one other area, which is the conversation area. And this is where the applicant can see all the emails that have been sent to them by the school in one place. So as well as receiving this in their inbox, in their normal email inbox, they can also see everything here, whether it's sent by an individual or sent automatically by the school. Everything's in one place along the right-hand side here, including documents that they're sent and feedback on the process so far. On the left, you will see emails, or they will see the emails that they've sent to the school. This integrates directly into your current email system. Now let's look at the application itself. So here is an application that I've started. I'm 92% the way through for a master's program at the Top School. When I click to continue, I'm taken into the application and I can see on the left the various pages that make up the application. And you can choose which pages they are. You can see there's a couple of pages that are not complete. The personal details page, so let me go straight to that, and you'll see somewhere in the middle here, I haven't yet uploaded a passport. So the different types of fields are available in the form, things like date fields, files, things like your photo and passport, tick boxes or radio buttons, telephone number fields, quite a variety of different types. And they can also be what we call dynamic, so they can change based on what the student's applying for, or whether they're international or other aspects of their student record. As they go through, the system automatically saves as they go. Here's the referee section. So I've already filled in the details of my referee, which happens to be myself. Why do you feel this person is evaluated qualified? Because it's me. And once I send an email, it will then lock that page and send an email to the referee, who will complete a very simple form, again, whichever fields that you wish to have, that will automatically be attached to the record. There's then an application fee page, so you can waive applications if you choose, or you can pay online. If you choose to pay online, or this is if you have application fees, then that's taken straight through to our application payment gateway. I'm going to say I'm an alumni, so I don't need to pay, and I just need to upload some proof of that, and I will be allowed to proceed. Finally, the declaration, tick to say the information is correct and I've read the terms and conditions, and submit. Once I've submitted, I can make no further changes in the back office. What will appear in the front office, I make no further changes in the front office. In the back office, however, what your staff will see is a version of this application and details of this candidate that have been available to them. So you can see here the information about the candidate themselves, their personal details, gender, nationality, languages, their contact details, any test scores, and you can set up whatever fields you want in the system here. As well as seeing in this view, I can also see it in a grid view, which I can very quickly add fields to. So if I wanted to see more fields, I can just add them. So perhaps we'll put on here percentage or status. Let's just add percentage complete, and then we can see very quickly which ones are complete. This one's 100% complete. So let's just go in and have another look at that. So I can see that this at the moment is submitted, but doesn't have a status. It means I can print it, I can download a PDF with the documents, I can read it, and maybe what I want to do is change it from in progress to under review. When you change the status, it will automatically carry out some actions, automation rules, that will mean, for instance, notifying the student that their file is under review and what the next steps might be. What might I review? I might review some key details, which we call the checklist, which says whether the person is or isn't eligible. So let's look at the answers. This person was born on this date. Is that acceptable? This is their photo. Is that acceptable? This is their passport. Is that acceptable? And as you go through, if anything isn't acceptable, you just mark it as not accepted. It asks you for the reason, not a valid passport. And then you can, at any point, send an email to the candidate to say, this is what's going on. So I'm going to take a template email, which is checklist incomplete, and you'll see within the draft of it, it has automatically said, passport submitted but not accepted, reason not a valid passport. And I can send that from one of my email accounts. And that will be added to my activity stream or conversations that we saw earlier. Once you're happy that this is complete, and you can see the referee details here, the documents that they've uploaded here, you can upload further documents. Once you're happy that this is complete, you will then move the person from file under review to another status such as admissible. For the student, this could make other things happen, like inform them they're admissible and perhaps invite them to attend an interview. So let's go back and just look at the back office view. If I go back to the front office view, if I go back to the front office, you'll see as well as the application form, I now have an interview form. And on the interview form, I can click in and it says, congratulations, I've been shortlisted for an interview. What type of interview do I want? I want a Skype interview. And then I can choose a slot from the available slots. Let's see if there's any slots available. Yes, there's a couple of slots this afternoon. Let's add one there and choose that slot and confirm. And again, that will be then available in the back office. Subsequently, what else have I got in the back office? I've got, as well as a way of viewing individual applicants, viewing a grid of applicants like we see here, I can, let's just remove something here just so it's on one line because it looks a bit neater. I can choose to perhaps see people for a particular program or see people on a particular status, and then I could select either one or all of them and I could send them an email, I could create a document, I could update them in some way or export them or assign a scorer. If I assigned a scorer, let's go back to my application and see what this would look like. I'd go to the scoring area. And the scoring area, you can define your own scoring forms. Here's an example of a scoring form, which includes both manual and automated scoring. So in this case here, the school that I attended previously was this particular university. It's in a list that's been uploaded in the back office, which gives me a 2.5 out of 3 score. Here are some manual scores. So my self-calculated average grades was 66, which I work as a 7 out of 10. The GMAT scores that I added previously are here, and those have been automatically scored. And here are some other profile scores based on different criteria that I've already added. And of course, it works out the average or the total score, including an interview. Let's give myself 4 out of 5 for the interview. And I've now got a total of 32. And I could then compare that with other applicants and hopefully move myself from admissible to admitted. Once someone's admitted to the program, they'll be sent another email and potentially they would fill out a, let's have a look, now a deposit form to pay a deposit. So this is just an example of a process, and your process will be defined with our account team and according to the way you want it set. At any point, you can get a view of what's going on in the system from a dashboard, such as this one, where you can see how many people are at each status, where they come from, the genders, the intakes, the programs they're applying to, and you can filter by that. So I wanted to see, for instance, who are these people from the United Kingdom? I just click on United Kingdom, and it will now tell me various details about, well, they're all male, or they're all admitted, and where they come from. Let's look now at the admin area in the back office, and you'll see here this is a huge number of things that you can change in the system, from the templates, the email configurations, the fields, what each user sees, general settings, workflows, etc. Just want to show you a couple of these things, the first of which is the portal. So here is the portal we were looking at earlier. There's a 5-step process for changing the portal. You specify the logo image, the background image, and then as you continue through, you'll see here is where you specify which fields are required on the portal in order to register, and then the information page. And this is edited just like a Word document. You can bold, italics, different changes to orientation, or add social media feeds to the content as well, and images. And then within the portal, what forms do you want to have available? And you can see in my portal, I've got an application form, and it shows the dates this form is available, an interview form, which is inactive by default, but then is enabled through an automation rule, and a deposit form, which again is inactive by default. When it comes to configuring the forms themselves, there's a form configurator. And the form we were just looking at has several pages, which you see down the left-hand side. If you wanted to change the information on a page, or you wanted to add a page, you just go to the page, you drag and drop information from the top, the fields. So I wanted to add a new field, I can literally drag it, drop it. It's now here, I can edit that field, I can give it a label, help text, default value, I can say whether it's mandatory or not, I can say whether I want it as a checklist question. Another example of admin is setting up the calendars. So as you saw, there were some slots available in the calendar. If I want to add some more slots on Tuesday, starting very early, 5 o'clock in the morning, you just drag and drop. You say how long the slots are, what the slots are available, what type of interviews they're available for. If you want to specify them for a particular program, you can do so, and it would just add those slots in. And I can either manually put people in there or allow them to choose their own slots from the front office. Another piece of magic is the automation rules. There's various automation rules, and you can create your own to do different things, but normally it's around status changes or something happening in the system. So here's an example of what happens when an application is submitted. When an application is submitted, it follows the following triggers and actions. If the application status is submitted and the language is English and the form was the application form, then it says email the contact immediately with a particular email, which has got some mail merge tags and so on. Then it also says update a field in the back office immediately to say the value is submitted. So you can see how simple it is to build a rule and add to that. There's quite a lot of complexity and flexibility in the system, and we will of course work with you to set it up, but at any time you can ask our support team for further assistance, and there is an online help system to remind you of things that you will learn during the training and help your new staff to do new things in the system, such as creating new intakes or adding sections or doing other general maintenance activities. So that's a very quick look through the system. If you would like any further information, we will be happy to answer any questions. Thank you.